point of tonight's umpire as assigned by the West Coast League. Kevin Shepro on the bases, Phil Yeager. Please be aware that a ball picked up may be playing field at any time into this mistake area. We remind you that pitchers are trying to enjoy the game. Kids do not climb the fences.
Commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Please stand, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the flag outside the left field fence. Peace, health leads us in our national anthem. The anthem will be sung by Emma Bunabi Purifatali.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we won.
This is Ridgefield Raptors baseball. The pregame show starts right now.
Our 6-game homestand kicks into high gear tonight as we begin a new series with the Ridgefield Raptors back at home at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex, coming off a sweep against the Bellingham Bells. And for the first time ever, the Springfield Drifters come to town, one of the newest members of the West Coast League. And we begin our first series ever between the Raptors and the Drifters here tonight in Ridgefield. So glad that you're along with us here from the Rourke on the Raptors live stream. I'm Josh Warden. Ridgefield coming in 20-12 now after that little streak against Bellingham. Took down the top team in the league and swept the Bells, whereas Springfield 14-22 so far in their inaugural season. Let's get you the starting lineups. First for the Bellingham, or not the Bellingham Bells, the Springfield Drifters, their head coach Tommy Richards. Leading off for the Drifters out of Charleston Southern and playing shortstop is Jalen Ray, batting second. And the second baseman, Trevor Antonsen, batting in the 3-hole, and the DH is Jordan Justice out of Lewis Clark State. Batting cleanup, and the first baseman, Cade Christ from Tacoma Community College. Batting in the 5-hole for the Drifters, and the catcher, Ryan Fowler, also from Tacoma Community College. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Dane Frazier from Oklahoma Wesleyan. Batting seventh for Springfield, the right fielder, headed to U of O, Isaiah Thomas. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Cannon Reeder, headed to Oregon State. And batting ninth for Springfield, the left fielder, back for U of O, is Mac Moyer. On the hill today for the Springfield Drifters, Peyton Childers from Yakima Valley College. His counterpart is Sawyer Parkin, who spent 1 year at University of Washington so far. And he gets his second start of the summer for the Ridgefield Raptors. Here's the lineup for Ridgefield, as penned in by Chris Cota, third-year head coach for the Raps. Leading off for Ridgefield and playing left field today, the versatile slugger Jacob Sharp. 2 home runs yesterday for the incoming UNLV catcher. He plays left field, batting second, and the shortstop Travis Welker from Fresno State. Batting third, the second baseman from College of the Canyons, Mikey Kane. Batting cleanup and playing right field today, headed to Cal State Bakersfield, Trent Prokes. Batting fifth for the Raptors, the first baseman, headed to BYU, Safea Mawai. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Riley McCarthy from University of Portland. Batting seventh for Ridgefield and getting his first start as a Raptor, he's catching today Tyler Howard, incoming freshman at University of Portland. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Steven Espinoza from San Jose State. And rounding out the 9 for the Ridgefield Raptors today, from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, Austin Cavanis, who will play center field today for the Ridgefield Raptors. Ridgefield with their home maroon uniforms, the white caps with the red brims, the white pants. Springfield in their royal blue colored tops, blue batting helmets, gray pants. First time ever they take to the field here in Ridgefield. We do have 2 series this year between these two teams, both in the second half. This one here beginning today, and then one near the end of the season when Ridgefield will travel south down to Hamlin Complex and play Springfield on the road, one of the last series of the year. Well, Sawyer Parkin's ready to go, and we are underway. The first pitch from Sawyer is just elevated, ball 1, to the leadoff man for Springfield, Jalen Ray, out of Sydney, Australia, and Central Arizona College. Just amounts his commitment to Charleston Southern. Second pitch misses in. It's 2-0 from Sawyer Parkin. Ridgefield, like I said, 20-12 on the year. Good record for the Raptors, and 4-2 so far in the second half. Here's the 2-0 from Parkin. Does get a strike. As called by our home plate umpire tonight, Dennis Shepro. In the field today is Billy Yeager. It's our 2-man umpiring crew here at the Rourke. Sawyer Parkin from the stretch. 2-1 pitch, hit right back to him. He gloves and makes the out. Sawyer Parkin, the reaction time to snag that one at hip level and makes the grab to put away Jalen Ray. Got behind 2-0 and then threw 2 strikes, the second of which hit right back to him and made the catch on a line drive. And now Trevor Antonsen, the batter, grew up not far from here in Wilsonville, Oregon, in the Portland metropolitan area. The first pitch to him is letter high for a ball. 1-0. Sawyer Parkin also grew up in the area. He's a Vancouver kid. Went to Columbia River High School. Facing Trevor Antonsen. 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 1 out, nobody on, just getting underway here in the first inning. Really fun to see Sawyer Parkin in his most recent appearance. This is his 5th time on the mound for the Raptors and his 2nd start. A 1-1 pitch is blooped foul down the right field side. He's gone 6 1/3 innings so far, not a huge sample size, and most of those innings came in his only start, which is his most recent appearance in Yakima last weekend. And he went 4 innings in that ball game, did not allow a run against the Pippins. The 1-2 pitch is outside, 2-2. Not only did he not allow a run to Yakima Valley in his 4-inning start, he did not allow a hit in his first career West Coast League start. Through 4 innings, really good start for Parkin. 2-2 pitch is taken, top of the zone, strike 3 called. Sawyer Parkin collects his 8th strikeout as a Raptor and his first of the day. Nice start for Sawyer Parkin, putting away the first 2 guys he sees. Now Jordan Justice is the batter out of Lewis Clark State, transferring from Everett Community College. 2 down, nobody on here in the top of the first inning. Ridgefield with Sawyer Parkin on the mound, breaking ball away for a ball. He had 4 strikeouts in that Yakima Valley game and only 1 walk. It was the only base runner he allowed in 4 innings, was just 1 base on balls. That was it. Here's the 1-0 from Sawyer Parkin, up high, ball 2. Or ball 1, ball 2, 2-0. The problem for Parkin was didn't get any run support, and Ridgefield wasted that excellent start. They actually lost that game 7-1, despite his terrific pitching performance. There's a fly ball to pretty deep left field. Jacob Sharp backing up. He gets to the warning track and gets under it and makes the grab. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Sawyer Parkin, the rising sophomore at the University of Washington. Goes 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first, and a good start for Ridgefield. Through 1/2 inning, it's the Springfield Drifters 0 and the Ridgefield Raptors coming up. Don't miss Jacob Sharp's first at-bat of the day. 2 homers yesterday, and he'll come up when we return.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh-cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
First time ever that the Springfield Drifters and the Ridgefield Raptors are playing against each other. This is Springfield's 33rd game ever in West Coast League play. An inaugural team, one of 4 new teams to the league. We've added Kamloops, Nanaimo, Edmonton, 3 Canadian teams. Springfield the only American newcomer and the only one in the Southern Division. They play their first series here in Ridgefield ever. No score into the bottom of the first inning. After a good start by Sawyer Parkin, now Jacob Sharp tries to give some run support for the Ridgefield Raptors, facing Peyton Childers, and the left-hander comes home with a strike to begin the bottom of the first. What a streak for Jacob Sharp. He's been really hot lately and only slightly more hot than he's been all year. He's been great start to finish. He swings and a ground ball towards short, towards Ray. Jalen comes up with it, throws to first in time to get Jacob Sharp, who went 6 for 12 against Bellingham and is 0 for 1 so far here against Springfield. A ground out to short, and Travis Welker will be the batter, with his parents on hand to watch in person here. Coming up from Santa Ynez, his girlfriend Audrey also on hand to watch her first ever Ridgefield Raptors game. Not sure exactly where in the ballpark they got their seats, but Trav said, hey, after the game, come down and meet them. So I'll get to shake their hands after the game. Welker's trying to bunt, and he does make contact, but fouls it off the catcher, Fowler. Got it clipped off his chest plate, I think. Looks like he'll be all right. So it's a 0-1 count on Welker from Peyton Childers. No score, bottom of the first. Childers a 6'1", 180-pounder from Yakima Valley College, originally from Coeur d'Alene, making his 9th appearance on the year. First start. He's only come out of the bullpen. Gone 10 innings, 6 strikeouts, 8 walks, 14 hits. As Welker grounds one also toward short. Jalen Ray fields letter high and throws way high. Welker turns around. He's sprinting to second. The throw from Christ into second base is not in time. And Welker into scoring position with one away on the throwing error by Jalen Ray. Travis Welker stealing an extra 90 feet after that throw airmailed over the first baseman. And Travis Welker into second base. And it'll be Mikey Kane with the first RBI opportunity today. So Travis Welker reaches, hey, put the ball in play, and even if you don't get a hit out of it, you can cause some damage. Just force the defenders to do something. And both he and Jacob Sharp ground to short, and one of them reach thanks to the air. Welker on second. Mikey Kane also hits to short. This time Jalen Ray doesn't need to throw. He just makes the catch almost directly at him. Took one step to his right and gloved it chest high. And a hard hit line drive from Mikey Kane. Couldn't quite find a gap just directly at the shortstop. And Jalen Ray has been active. 3 balls hit his way. He has made the play on 2 of the 3. And the one error he made in the form of Travis Welker's taking his lead right in front of the shortstop Ray. Now it's Trent Prokes to the plate. 2 down, no score. Runner on second. The first pitch down and away. Prokes hitting .406 on the summer. Yesterday we could say that he was leading the league in batting average, and then he had 2 base hits, and he is no longer leading the league, ironically. But Prokes still with a terrific percentage as he swings and misses. It's 1-1. It's not because anyone overtook him and had 5 hits or whatever it may be to go ahead of him, despite his single and double yesterday going 2 for 5, which actually lowered his batting average. That's a .400 average on the day, but he's .406 on the summer. But another guy had enough plate appearances to qualify. As Prokes swings, a chopper towards second. Fielded by Antonsen, throws on the run, and by the first baseman, it'll score a run. Welker comes home from second, and Trent Prokes into second base. 2 throwing errors in the inning, and Ridgefield scores a run without a hit. E6 and E4 in the same inning, and same thing both times. The runner gets to second. And Trent Prokes swaps places with Travis Welker, who scores the first run of the game. So 1 run on no hits, 2 errors so far, and it's not done yet. Safea Mawai will come up here in the bottom of the first. So Ridgefield scores the first ever run between these 2 ball clubs. And Travis Welker is the first one ever to touch home in this South Division rivalry. Here comes Peyton Childers with the fastball. Swing and a miss from Safea Mawai. And an 0-1 count to the Hilo Hawaii product. Hitting .339 on the summer. 4 doubles, 2 dingers, 21 RBIs. Outfield playing straight up, not too much wind at the moment in any direction. The 0-1 to Mawai, gets under it, hits it to center field, base hit. Well, they wave around Prokes. They do give him the sign. He's sprinting home. The throw in from center field pops out of the glove of the catcher, and Prokes is safe. It was in time, and Prokes probably would have been out. The throw was on the first base side of the plate, so the catcher Fowler had to come back with it, and it was a close play at the plate. And no problem for Dennis Shepro to call him safe. The decision was taken away once that ball came out of the glove. It will be an RBI for Safea Mawai, and a base hit, first hit of the inning. And the second run scores. Prokes comes in. Mawai got to second on the throw, so it's a single RBI, 2-0 lead. And now Riley McCarthy to the plate and a called strike. So 3 plays that could have been a 1-2-3 inning or, on that road. Not that it'll be an error on Fowler, but if he had held on to the ball, probably would have been out at the plate. And then 2 throwing errors in the inning. And Springfield has shot themselves in the foot a little bit here as McCarthy grounds one foul on the third base side. 0-2 the count to McCarthy. 2 runs in for the Raptors. As the first 3 guys all put the ball in play to the shortstop, Jalen Ray. He made the throw to get Jacob Sharp out, made the catch to get Mikey Kane out, but airmailed a throw to allow Welker to get to second, and then he scored on the throwing error by the second baseman, Antonsen. Here's the 0-2 to McCarthy. Breaking ball, taps it off his calf, and a foul ball. McCarthy doing a good job of sticking with that breaker. Had some pretty good drop on it. And McCarthy kept his eye on it. Stays alive, 0-2. McCarthy, who's fourth on the team in batting average, .339. Really good clip for the University of Portland catcher. He's DHing today. Runner on second, 2 down. The 0-2 from Childers is swung on and missed, and the inning is over. So a longer inning than Springfield would have liked. They allow 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 errors, and 1 left aboard here in the first. We head to the top of the second, and some run support already for Sawyer Parkin. More than he got all of last start. He's got 2 runs to work with as we go to the second inning.
At Eden Health, our commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance of caring for others, and we consider it a privilege. We are committed to addressing our patients' specific needs, providing hands-on care and services, helping families through tough situations, and supporting our fellow employees. We listen, build relationships, and go above and beyond to create meaningful experiences throughout our continuum of care. Whether you find yourself a patient to any of the Eden Health services lines or you become part of our team, you will notice the Eden Health difference.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
West Coast League action yesterday. Walla Walla defeating Bend 9-8 on a walk-off error. Ground ball to the first baseman, and Walla Walla came back to win that game in the rubber match. Walla Walla's first series victory in the month of July. And at Borleski Stadium, they walked it off last night. And that's good news for Ridgefield. Bend was ahead of Ridgefield in the standings, and by Ridgefield sweeping Bellingham, and Bend losing 2 out of 3 to Walla Walla, Ridgefield has supplanted Bend. Ridgefield moves up a spot over the last 3 days. They're now in third place, are the Raptors. We go to the second inning, and Sawyer Parkin back out of the mound facing Cade Christ. Here in a 2-run ball game. Ridgefield gets 2 in the bottom of the first. Sawyer Parkin gets a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Cade Christ from Tacoma Community College. Then a taken strike, and Parkin ahead 0-2. Got behind couple hitters early to Sawyer Parkin, but went 1-2-3 in the first inning. Now he's ahead 0-2 to the cleanup hitter. Doesn't get a chase from Christ, who's a hometown kid for the Drifters. He's from Springfield. Went to Thurston High School right there in the area. And now plays for Tacoma Community College up in Washington. 1-2 breaking ball. Gets under it into center field. Playable for Austin Cavanis. And the Cal Poly center fielder makes the grab. 1 down here in the second. Other West Coast League games yesterday. Kelowna won the rubber match against Port Angeles by 1, 5-4. Portland swept Springfield, so the Drifters coming off 3 losses in a row, although they did win the series prior to the Pickles one. 4-0, the final score yesterday, Portland winning. Here's a little pop-up from Ryan Fowler going back as the second baseman Kane, and Mikey makes the catch in just barely the outfield green turf. And a first pitch pop out, and Ryan Fowler put away. It's a very quick inning so far. It's been just 5 pitches to get 2 outs. And now Dane Frazier, the batter, out of Oklahoma Wesleyan, hitting .293. Victoria blew out Nanaimo in a sweep, 16-1 the final score, the Harbor Cats winning. And Corvallis won the series against Edmonton, winning 7-4 in the final game to take 2 out of 3. Called strike to Dane Frazier. He was on a 5-game hit streak. Right-handed batter steps in. Espinoza goes down to tie his shoe, but he's ready to go. The 0-1 pitch is on the outside corner, strike 2. 2 outs, nobody on. And an 0-2 count from Sawyer Parkin, who has pitched quite effectively so far today. The Vancouver kid trying to go 2 scoreless innings. 0-2 pitch grounded towards Espinoza. Keeps his feet right from the bag. Throws high and wild to the wall along the right side. And the runner Frazier slips. They throw back to first to try to get him, and he is safe. And whether or not they had ruled he had made an attempt towards second base or not doesn't matter. He got back to first safely. And Espinoza throws wild from first. It'd be E5 the ruling. And so that extends the inning here. Isaiah Thomas will be the batter. So runner at first, 2 down for the Drifters here in the top of the second. Ridgefield ahead in this contest, 2-0. Sawyer Parkin from the stretch, but he does that even when there's nobody on base. The first pitch, a half-hearted swing, and Isaiah Thomas wasn't really sure about that one until it got to the catcher's glove. Even then, wasn't too sure about it. Strike 1 on Thomas, playing his 4th game as a Drifter from Estacada, Oregon. Playing for Springfield. 0-1 pitch, a more certain swing, more deliberate, but same result. Doesn't get a piece of it, and it's 0-2 with 2 down. Transferring to University of Oregon this year. Transferring over from the SEC, played for Vanderbilt most recently. Takes a pitch high, it's ball 1. Runner from first is Dane Frazier, first base runner of the game for Springfield. Ridgefield leading 2-0 here in the second. Sawyer Parkin comes set, looking into his battery mate Tyler Howard. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and Sawyer Parkin, unfazed by the error in the field, strikes the very next guy out to end the inning. He's got 2 Ks through 2 innings and has not allowed a hit or a run. We head to the bottom of the second. Ridgefield trying to add on to the 2-0 advantage.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel and the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now what are you waiting for? Apply today.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Good start so far for the Ridgefield Raptors. Brought up 6 players to the plate in the first inning, scored 2 of them with a little bit of help. 2 unearned runs thanks to 2 errors by Springfield, but Safea Mawai cashed in with an RBI single. And now in his first start as a Raptor, Tyler Howard steps in. Incoming freshman for the Pilots and the University of Portland. He has gotten 2 at-bats so far in pinch hit opportunities. Now gets his first start as a Ridgefield Raptor. Peyton Childers throws a fastball high, ball 1 to Tyler Howard. Got a single in his first at-bat as a Raptor. It was a week ago in Yakima in an 11-3 victory. Takes the second pitch for a strike. Had that base hit late in the game and was leading the team with a 1,000 batting average. Then got out in his second at-bat. So he's 1 for 2. Still leads the team at 500. Although obviously not enough at-bats to qualify in the league leaderboard. It's a Vancouver kid, went to Skyview High School. 6'1", 205. And he's playing catcher today. So Ridgefield got some good depth as catcher. Here's the 2-1 to Howard. It's outside, ball 3. There's so many catchers on the roster that are all very good hitters. Jacob Sharp leading the league in home runs. You got Riley McCarthy hitting over 330. You got Isaac Lovings, who's a great two-way player. And now Tyler Howard joins the mix. And he takes ball 4 high. A leadoff walk for Tyler Howard on 5 pitches. And now Steven Espinoza comes up. And Ridgefield, like I said, 4 really good catchers. Lovings, McCarthy, Sharp, and Howard. And they're starting 3 of them today. One is going out to left field, Jacob Sharp, just to get him in the lineup. One is DHing, and the other is actually behind the dish. There's the first pitch to Espinoza, low for a ball. And the only one not in the starting lineup, Lovings, obviously will be needed to be ready to go in case a catcher gets hurt or pinch hit, and then he probably will catch tomorrow, would be my guess. The 3 catchers in the lineup at one time. 1-0 pitch. Espinoza checks his swing, but it was in the zone. And a 1-1 count from Peyton Childers. Came in with a 10.24 ERA in just under 10 innings. And has given up 2 unearned runs today. The 1-1 offerings of Steven Espinoza from the Port Sider is inside. Ball 2 on the breaker. Espinoza got his batting average back up to the Mendoza line. Went 2 for 3 yesterday with a double and a walk, scored 2 runs, and is now hitting 200. Runner from first, Tyler Howard taking a good-sized lead despite being held on. He is going now. Espinoza swings and misses the hit and run. Howard dives in, and he's safe at second. A hit and run, and Espinoza did not make contact, but Tyler Howard still gets the stolen base, but now they're saying interference, and Espinoza's going to be put out. And that was strike 2, and so Espinoza's out on batter's interference, and that means Tyler Howard has to go back to first. And so Espinoza is put out. And so no stolen base after all for Tyler Howard. But let it be known, it would have been. It's not in the box score, but you know Tyler Howard has a would have been stolen base. May the world know. Austin Cavanagh steps in with 1 down. And Howard back to first base. First pitch to him is down the pipe for strike 1. Howard got a decent jump. I mean, if the throw was on line, he would have been tagged out. It was just towards the third base side of second, and by the time the tag was applied, he was safe. But apparently Espinoza got in the way of Fowler, the catcher. And here's Cavanagh ripping one right back up the box and into center field. A ground ball base hit single, and Austin Cavanagh gets Tyler Howard back to second base, where he was going to be all along. Stolen base or advance on a single, either way. Tyler Howard's going to get into scoring position. And thanks to Austin Cavanagh, who gets the base hit. Right back up the middle. So 1 time through the order now for Peyton Childers. Probably his last inning. Was only expected to go maybe 2. He's given up 2 hits so far. Now it's Jacob Sharp coming up. First pitch drops in for a strike. 0-1. Jacob Sharp now leading the team in home runs, leading the West Coast League in home runs. 9 dingers on the year. They have all been in home games. He loves this ballpark and has left the yard at various spots around the wall. Checks his swing in the 0-1. It's inside, 1-1. Transferring from Fullerton College to UNLV this upcoming year. Hitting .367 on the batting average and leading the league in slugging percentage, well over 700. Almost 100 points better than the next guy in the league. The 1-1, he swings and misses. And a 1-2 count to Jacob. Went 6 for 12 against Bellingham. Scored 6 runs between those 3 games. 4 extra base hits, 3 home runs, 4 RBIs. Also drew 4 walks. So he got on base 10 out of 16 times. And now gets a bug in his eye or something, asks for time. And now he's ready to go, steps back in. 7 doubles as well. Just playing his 22nd game as a Raptor. 1-2 the count to Jacob Sharp. Here comes Peyton Childers and swung on. Ground ball to third. Fielded by Frazier. He steps on the bag at third, throws across, and in time. A 5-3 double play. Frazier to Christ, and that ends the inning. Nice fielding by Dane Frazier. And Peyton Childers faces just 1 over the minimum. Getting through a single, a walk, helped out by a batter's interference and a double play, and Ridgefield does not score in the second inning. We head to the top of the third. Here from the Rourke. Stay with us for more Ridgefield Raptors baseball.
A .380 batting average is like using Dawn as your mortgage lender. She has over 30 years rounding the bases to a new home and loves helping families build their dreams. Know anyone buying their first home? Would you like to make a cash offer on your next purchase? Evergreen Home Loans can help with several loan options. Call Dawn today to get started, 360-608-7438. Again, that's 360-608-7438. she would love to send you home. Go Raptors!
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Help maximize your mileage with a free safety check. Just swing by. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Applies to passenger cars, SUVs, and light trucks only.
Sawyer Parkin trying to continue his good start here in his second game started in a Ridgefield Raptors uniform. The second-year University of Washington right-hander will face 8-9-1 for the Springfield Drifters. Cannon Reeder, Mac Moyer, and Jalen Ray. Reeder headed to Oregon State. Mac Moyer headed to U of O. Future college rivals, but current college summer league teammates. They go back-to-back in the Springfield order. First, it's Cannon Reeder. Takes a ball high. Future Beaver. Turned 19 years old in April. Went to Summit High School. Graduated last month and will play for Mitch Canham next year. Second pitch, he ropes it left side. Travis Welker backhands, falls down, no throw. And Cannon Reeder safe at first on an infield single as Travis Welker had a tough play, maybe would have gotten it in time had he been able to make the throw, but a tough play going away from first. And so he's unable to keep his feet, and Cannon Reeder safe at first. Mac Moyer, the batter, headed to U of O. Now he's bunting and fouls it back. He's from Washougal, Washington. He's also an incoming freshman, just like Cannon Reeder. So they bat 8th and 9th in the lineup and are headed to their freshman campaigns at the two Oregon-based Pac-12 institutions. Rivals with each other. And Mac Moyer trying to advance his future college opponent, I should say. As Reeder's on first after the infield single. And Mac Moyer at the plate, 0-1 the count. We'll see if he still bunts. Corner infielders playing in. First baseman Y holding the runner on. 0-1 pitch. He's not bunting. It's high. Ball one. That is the first hit that Sawyer Parkin has allowed in the last 7 innings. He went 4 hitless innings against Yakima Valley. Had gone the first 2 innings here without a hit and then allows an infield single. And even that one had a chance to be thrown out had Welker made an excellent play, but it would have taken a great play. The next pitch misses low. It's 2-1 to Mac Moyer. Cannon Reeder being held on at first takes a decent-sized lead. Here's the 2-1 with the runner going. Hit and run, a line drive into left field, base hit. Reeder will get at least a third. They might wave him around. The throw in from Sharp is cut off by Welker. No throw to the plate, and it's an RBI double for Mac Moyer. And Springfield on the board. It's 2-1 Raptors. RBI and the hit and run that works out perfectly, so Reeder is able to cruise home after his infield single, and Mac Moyer gets the double to left center to score a run. And the lead is down to 1 for the Ridgefield Raptors. Top of the order coming up with nobody out. Back-to-back hits to start this inning. And Mac Moyer in second base. Jalen Ray, the hitter. Sawyer Parkin kicks for the first pitch, and it's high for ball one. So Jalen Ray at the plate, who lined out right back to Sawyer Parkin to begin this ballgame. First batter of the contest. Sawyer retired the first 5 guys he saw. The 1-0 from Sawyer Parkin is swung on and tapped at the plate, foul. The first base runner reached on an error, so of the first 7 guys, none of them had a base hit or a walk. But then back-to-back hits by the 8 and 9 hitters in the lineup. Baseball's a weird game sometimes. You can get the top of the order all out, and then the 2 bottom guys will get the single and the double off of you. Now he's back to the top of the order, which normally would be a more dangerous thing, but maybe that's what Sawyer Parkin needs. Here's the 1-1 from Sawyer, looking back at second a couple of times. Now comes home with a fastball swung on and missed. And it's 1-2 from Sawyer Parkin. Springfield, which averages 4 runs a game, right in the middle to lower half of the league. A .229 batting average as a team. That's 15th in the West Coast League out of 16 teams, so second to last. And 8 home runs as a ball club, also second fewest. The 1-2 offering from Sawyer Parkin. And he steps over on an inside move. The crazy part about having 8 home runs, and what Jacob Sharp has done for context, Jacob, the leadoff hitter for Ridgefield, has 9 home runs himself. He has more home runs than the entire Springfield team does all summer long. And he hasn't even played every game. The 1-2 pitch from Sawyer Parkin is taken low. It gets by Howard. He doesn't know where it is. And he finally does locate it, but in the process, Mac Moyer to third on a wild pitch. And Howard took a while to realize where it was. Didn't ultimately make a difference. It would have been one base anyways. So runner on third, nobody out. Tying run 90 feet away. After Ridgefield got a couple gift runs in the first inning, reaching on errors. And both those runs scored. And right now, that's the margin. Without that, they'd be down by a run. The 2-2 pitch from Sawyer Parkin popped up in play. Welker looking up, Mikey Kane looking into the sky. It's Kane who makes the grab at second base. And one down and a big out for Sawyer Parkin. And Trevor Antonsen, the batter, with a .211 batting average out of Seattle University. Right-hand hitter against right-hand pitcher, 2 guys who play their college ball in Seattle. Sawyer Parkin, who has spent 1 year for the Washington Huskies so far. And Trevor Antonsen, who has spent 3 years playing for the Red Hawks of Seattle University. He fouls the first pitch back. And strike one from Sawyer Parkin. 0-1 the count, 1 away. Runner at third. They're in game 1 of this series. Ridgefield's final 6-game homestand. And after this series, there's only one more 3-game home series all summer long. Got to make the most of it while they got it. 0-1 pitch is popped up. It'll get out of play. And no balls, 2 strikes is the count. Ridgefield does have a series against Corvallis where they play 2 home games and 1 road game in that series. So they do have 5 more home games after this series. A 3-game set against Bend a week later, and then the Corvallis one to close the regular season. Here's the 0-2, taken outside. Almost got a chase from Antonsen. 1-2 the count. Antonsen did strike out looking in the first inning. He does not want to take a backwards K. He almost had a frontwards K there, but held back. The 1-2 is swung on, a high chopper. This will score a run. Welker fields, throws to first, gets the out, but the game is now tied. An RBI ground out for Trevor Antonsen. And coming home on the play is Mac Moyer. That's the problem with wild pitches. Without that one earlier this inning, that runner definitely wouldn't have scored, maybe not even gotten a third. Probably would have advanced to third with that ball high in the air. Moyer probably could have scrambled to third base, but no run. Here's a high fly ball to right field on the first pitch to Jordan Justice. Back to the warning track, Trent Prokes at the wall, and with the back of his jersey grazing the fence, he makes the grab. Jordan Justice hops around at second base, knowing just one more ounce of power might have gotten that one enough. But it flies out to the warning track, and that ends the inning. 2 runs in for the Springfield Drifters on 2 hits, and nobody left on, no errors. We are on to the bottom of the third. Ridgefield tries to reclaim the lead when we return.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, first retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com ridgefield.com/careers.
Travis Welker will lead off here in the bottom of the third inning. Scored the first run of the day for Ridgefield. Gave the Raptors a lead that no longer exists, but they don't trail either. High score, 2-2. As we mosey on to the bottom of the third. Peyton Childers still on the mound for the Springfield Drifters, facing Welker, and misses high and away. Ball 1 to Travis. Ridgefield winning yesterday 7-3 to close out a series sweep against Bellingham. Great series for the Raptors. Another pitch, a fastball just above the belt, ball 2. Ridgefield had 2 doubles yesterday in the first inning, scored 2 runs and never trailed again. Sort of similar storyline here. They score 2 runs in the first inning, but different. They don't hold on to that lead for more than 2 innings. 2-2 tie here against Springfield. A called strike to Welker. It's 2-1. Ridgefield did use some pitching magic to hold on to the lead yesterday. They had back-to-back innings where they allowed hits to the first 2 guys in those innings and allowed just 1 run between those 2 frames. High breaking ball that stays upstairs. Ball 3, 3-1. Bellingham came into that series with the best record in the league, and Ridgefield outscored him 32-13. Great hitting for the Ridgefield Raptors. 3-1 to Welker. Hard hit ground ball towards Ray. Tries to backhand, can't come up with it. It's into left field. It's a base hit for Travis Welker, and Welker reaches for a leadoff single here in the third inning. Past the shortstop into left. Would have been a tough play for Ray to backhand and throw back across. And so Mikey Kane will be the batter, with 1 on and nobody out. Outfield shifted a bit to the left, to the right-hand hitting Mikey Kane. Righty on lefty here. First pitch breaking ball. Drops off the table. Well, maybe onto the table. Comes in for a strike. Started out eye level and comes into the zone. Nobody throwing in the bullpen at the moment for Springfield. We expect their first reliever to be Dylan O'Connor from Bellevue Community College. A fastball up and out. And it's ball 1 to Mikey Kane. Bellingham was also the top staff in the league in terms of earned run average coming into the game. So Ridgefield, or the series, the past 3 games, and Ridgefield scored 32 runs on him in the 3 games. Mikey Kane fouls off a breaking ball. It's 1-2 to the College of the Canyons infielder. Top 5 guys in the lineup yesterday all had an RBI, and Ridgefield collected 18 extra base hits in the series. 18. That's ridiculous how many doubles and home runs they had in the contest, especially in contrast to the Yakima Valley series, where Ridgefield went to Yakima and had 1 double, no other extra base hits the whole series. So they have 1 extra base hit against Yakima and then 18 against Bellingham the very next series. There's a fastball out. It's 2-2 as Childers lost his cap in the process. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the third. 2-2 tie. And that's Yakima, which had a decent pitching staff, and then Bellingham, which had the best ERA, and they get 18 times more extra base hits in the next series. Mikey Kane takes a breaking ball, 1 hopper to Jalen Ray. He fields cleanly, throws to second, and Tonson with the turn in time. A 6-4-3 double play, and there's 2 down here in the third inning. Not an easy play for Jalen Ray, a short hop on a line drive, but he came up with it cleanly. And Ray to Antonsen to Christ, and a twin killing. Trent Prooks the batter. Speaking of double plays, heard a trivia today that I may quiz you with, an MLB trivia in terms of double plays as Trent Prooks steps in. Not an easy guy to get a double play on himself, and he won't get one here with nobody on. Line drive towards short. Jalen Ray dives for it. It bounces in front of his glove. He can't corral it, and Trent Prooks into first with a 2-out single. Jalen Ray just has everybody hitting the ball to him. And Trent Prooks gets a base hit towards Jalen Ray, who, it's not an error. I mean, it would have been a tough play to make that one more than tough. And he got a glove on it to keep it near. Now it's Safea Mawai with 2 down. Bottom of the third, high score. And the trivia was which MLB player in baseball history has grounded into the most double plays. Not a stat that anyone would want to boast about. But there's the question. Which guy is grounded into the most double plays? With 2 outs, Safea Mawai takes a pitch over his head on a breaking ball, 1-0. Now, you can probably surmise that the guy who has the record has to be a good player. But you can only ground into a lot of double plays if you spend a lot of time in the major leagues. So you're probably a good hitter, but you're probably also slow, maybe. Well, you take a guess. 1-0 pitch, Mawai swings and misses. It's 1-1. 2 down, Trent Prokes at first base. 2 singles in this inning, but one of them canceled out by a double play. But then Prokes reaches first. A throw over to get him back to the bag from Peyton Childers. Ridgefield already posting 4 hits on the inning, or on the game, I should say, 2 this inning. But a tie score, 2 runs to 2 runs. Here's the 1-1 to Safea Mawai. Swings, ground ball towards second. Glances off the mound, goes into the glove of Antonsen, and he underhands to Ray for the fielder's choice, 4-6. Well, think on that trivia question. I'll answer it when we come back. Which player has grounded into the most double plays in MLB history? I'll tell you when we return. Tie score here from the Rourke through 3 complete innings.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, first retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Through 3 innings from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. 2 runs for the Springfield Drifters on 2 hits, 2 errors, and the Ridgefield Raptors 2 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. Sawyer Parkin remains in the game to face Cade Christ, the cleanup hitter for the Springfield Drifters tie ball game. Answer that trivia question: who has grounded into the most double plays in MLB history? Had some good guesses. Cage to my left guessed Barry Bonds. Good guess. Knight, the Drifters announcer, had a couple good guesses, but nobody got it. It's a current player, in fact, who just grounded into one yesterday, Albert Pujols. Most double plays ever in MLB history. There's a called strike to Cade Christ to begin the 4th inning. Tie score from Sawyer Parkin. Albert Pujols has grounded into 420 double plays in his career. That is a lot of double plays. A ball 1-1. The next closest is 350. He has grounded into 70 more double plays than any other player in history. Cal Ripken Jr. is second. There's a swing and a miss from Cade Christ. It's 1-2. From Sawyer Parkin, who has struck out a couple batters so far. Allowed 2 runs last inning to tie the game. Now trying to get back on track here and keep the score tied in the 4th. The 1-2 offering, grounder back to him, waits on it, gloves, has time to get to first, and makes the play. Nice job by Sawyer Parkin to open up the 4th inning with a ground out. Ryan Fowler will be the batter in this tie game. In fact, on this date in baseball history, Albert Pujols had a good game 15 years ago, and there's the longevity for Albert Pujols. He had 2 home runs, July 15th, 2007, playing for the St. Louis Cardinals, who he is now again playing for. With 1 out, Sawyer Parkin throws to Fowler. Ground ball towards first. Safea Mawai gloves, throws back to Parkin, and they team up for 2 ground outs here on back-to-back pitches. A 1-3 ground out followed by a 3-1 grounder. And Mawai slides, gloves, turns around, chucks it back to first, and Parkin covers. Back-to-back pitches. Parkin gets an assist on the first one, and then gets the put out on the second, teaming up with Safea Mawai on both cases. Dane Frazier, the batter, with 2 down and the base is empty. Top of the 4th inning, and a breaking ball inside for ball 1. The other part of that on this date history nugget, when Albert Pujols had 2 home runs for St. Louis, that was a big game in that case in mid-July. 1-0 pitch is fouled back. Not in terms of the playoff race necessarily, but in terms of franchise history. It was the 10,000th loss for the team that they beat. And it was the first franchise ever to reach 10,000 losses. There's another trivia question for you. Which team was it? 1-1 pitch is high. Which MLB team was the first to lose 10,000 games? It's got to be a long-standing team, an early one. Obviously not, like the Mariners or some expansion franchise. Here's the 2-1 is low, ball 3. So I'm just quizzing you a lot here for some reason today on MLB trivia. Albert Pujols getting 2 home runs off this team to give them their 10,000th loss. The 3-1 from Parkin is swung on and hit high down the right field side and foul, 3-2. I won't make you wait a half inning to tell you. That team that lost their 10,000th game on this date, first franchise to get there, the Philadelphia Phillies. First one to lose 10 grand. Not the last, however. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Sawyer Parkin, 2 down. Here's the payoff pitch. It is half swung. I think he went around. On appeal, yes, he did. Sawyer Parkin goes 1-2-3, punching out Dane Frazier to close the inning. He's got a strikeout in 3 different innings and has gone 4 innings so far. Tie ball game. To the bottom of the 4th we go. It's the Raptors and the Drifters knotted up at 2 runs apiece.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Tie ball game in the first ever game between the Ridgefield Raptors and the Springfield Drifters. 2 runs apiece for these 2 ball clubs. And we're on to the bottom of the 4th. New pitcher for Springfield from Tacoma, Washington, and plays in the NWAC, not for Tacoma Community College, but for Bellevue Community College. The 20-year-old Dylan O'Connor comes in to make his 8th appearance on the year for Springfield. Carries an ERA of 5.51. Coming off a win over Cowlitz in 5 1/3. Gave up 2 earned runs. Pitches high to Riley McCarthy, the DH today for Ridgefield. It's 1-0. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tie score, Ridgefield with 4 hits, Springfield with 2. The second pitch to McCarthy is a called strike, 1-1 to Riley. McCarthy with 5 doubles and a home run. Went 3 for 9 against Yakima. Had the only extra base hit on the team that whole series. 1-1 pitch is in the dirt, 2-1. Had a double to left field, and kind of a gift double. Landed in front of the left fielder, tried to catch it on the run, went under his glove. He had to sprint back for it, and McCarthy got into second by that time. It was the only extra base hit he or any other Raptor hit the entire weekend against Yakima, and then they came back to hit 18 extra base hits against Bellingham, which had the best ERA. Granted, it's at home, and this ballpark is more hitter-friendly. McCarthy evens the count with a foul ball, 2-2. But still, 18 extra base hits to 1. That is, you can't blame it all in the ballpark. That is some Some great hitting for Ridgefield against Bellingham. Trying to get the bats going here. 2-2 tie. McCarthy takes a breaking ball and misses, not by much. 3-2 the count. The curveball from Dylan O'Connor. He's gone 31 innings. Big sample size for Dylan. The 3-2 pitch to McCarthy is up by the letters, ball 4. So McCarthy draws a walk to lead off the 4th inning on a 3-2 pitch, and now Tyler Howard, the batter. Their Ridgefield teammates will be college teammates next year. They're both catchers, and they go back-to-back in the lineup today with McCarthy, the DH, and Howard, the catcher, but they're both going to catch for the Pilots next year. Howard, an incoming freshman. McCarthy takes his lead from first. Howard takes a strike. Nobody out. 2-2 tie. Bottom half of the 4th. Speaking of MLB action, Seattle, a comeback win against Texas yesterday, 6-5. Their 11th consecutive victory. How about that? 0-1 pitch, grounded towards short. Jalen Ray fields hip level, throws to second. Amundsen on to first, and got the double play. Does Albert Pujols play for the Raptors? Because that's the 3rd double play that the Drifters have turned today. And the second 6-4-3 twin killing. Jalen Ray starts, and Tonson the turn, and Chris the final putout. And 2 down here in the 4th inning. Nobody on for the Raptors. Steven Espinoza, the batter, with the 2-2 tie, bottom half of the 4th. First pitch to him, he lines it up to right field. It'll take Thomas back towards the warning track. He jumps, and he holds on to it. Isaiah Thomas makes the grab, falling into the wall, and he steals away extra bases from Steven Espinoza. Great catch by Isaiah Thomas, and that ends the inning. No runs for Ridgefield, 1 walk, nobody left on. And we head to the 5th inning here at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. Sawyer Parkin's going to keep on throwing for the Raptors.
Ridgefield Main Street is working to keep our small town charm intact while enhancing the economic opportunities for businesses located in our downtown. Follow Pioneer Street West to experience the heart of Ridgefield. At Eden Health, our commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance of caring for others, and we consider it a privilege. We are committed to addressing our patients' specific needs, providing hands-on care and services, helping families through tough situations, and supporting our fellow employees. We listen, build relationships, and go above and beyond to create meaningful experiences throughout our continuum of care. Whether you find yourself a patient to any of the Eden Health services lines or you become part of our team, you will notice the Eden Health difference.
Thanks for joining us on the Raptors live stream for this series between the Springfield Drifters and the Ridgefield Raptors. Should be a fun one, as Springfield's never played Ridgefield before, and it's been a good game so far. 2-2 is the tie, and Springfield will bring up the bottom of the order here. Isaiah Thomas will lead off, fresh off his diving catch to close out the bottom of the 4th inning. He'll lead off the 5th here from the Rourke. Ridgefield coming in at 20-12 on the year, and Springfield 14-22. So Springfield trying to make up some ground, while Ridgefield tries to keep pace with the Southern Division in the logjam in the South, where there's 4 teams with a winning record. That's half of the division, whereas the Northern Division has just 1 team with a winning record. And so Bellingham is kind of really the banner holder for the Northern Division, whereas the South has traded places. Corvallis was in first place. Ridgefield almost overtook him. Then Portland is now in first. Bend has been right up there. Here's the first pitch from Parkin, and turned on by Thomas. It takes Sharp in, and Jacob makes the catch, bobbles it, but holds on. And on the first catch, on the first pitch, Jacob Sharp comes in to make the play. 1 pitch after Isaiah Thomas made a nice running grab out in right field. Very next pitch, going across a half-inning break, and then he hits a line drive. Made a nice catch by Jacob Sharp. And turnabout is fair play. Cannon Reeder, the batter, after a single, was the first guy to get a base hit off of Sawyer Parkin. Now he takes a strike. It's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Parkin had faced 7 guys to start out this game without a hit or a walk allowed. And then the 8th guy in the lineup singled. That was Cannon Reeder. He's at the plate. He skips a pitch foul. Just barely got the barrel on it. And it's 0-2. And then Mac Moyer, the 9-hitter for the Drifters, is now on deck. He doubled in the 3rd inning. It's the only inning that Springfield has scored in. They scored 2 to tie the game. And that score is still 2-2. Sawyer Perkin ahead 0-2. The next pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. And Parkin again has gone through the first 7 guys through the order. The second time through, he again allows no hits or walks. Now facing the 8-hole hitter, Cannon Reeder fouls it back. And so if you go top 7 guys in Springfield's order, they are a combined 0 for 14. But the bottom 2 guys in the order, 2 for 2. With an extra base hit, 2 runs scored. So all their production coming from Reeder and Moyer, incoming freshmen at Oregon State and Oregon, respectively. Here's another foul ball from Reeder. He's the future Beaver. He's from Bend and will travel west. About 3-hour drive from Summit High School to Oregon State's campus in Corvallis. The 1-2 pitch to Reeder is swung on. This one a fair ball into right field, fairly deep. Trent Prokes backs up a little bit, has a play on it, and he makes the catch in front of the warning track. And Cannon Reeder is put away. 9 in a row set down by Sawyer Parkin. And Mac Moyer, the batter. He's headed to U of O. He's from Washougal, Washington, so he had south of Eugene. Actually played his college ball his high school ball in Florida. There's a private school in Bradenton, Florida. Pretty well-known institution, IMG Academy, that he went to. Fouls it away. It's 0-1 to Mac Moyer. Turns 19 years old in a couple of weeks. He's gotten 40 at-bats so far, and in his 41st at-bat earlier today, he doubled for an RBI to left center field. Now takes a pitch for a strike. It's 0-2. Sawyer Parkin trying to set down its 10th batter in a row. He's allowed just 2 hits, but both those guys who got the base hits scored. That's why the score is tied 2-2. Top of the 5th. The 0-2 pitch, foul just off the glove of Howard. Almost held on to it for what would have ended the inning. But it remains an 0-2 count to Mac Moyer. That was, by the way, his first extra base hit of the year. He had 9 hits. Now is 10 for 41 with 1 double. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball. Fouls it back. Top of the order coming up after this. Jalen Ray will lead off either next inning or get an at-bat this inning, depending on what Mac Moyer can do here. Hey fans, Columbia Credit Union is your community-minded financial cooperative serving Ridgefield and Vancouver since 1952. It's Columbia Credit Union. Sawyer Parkin coming set, and the 0-2 from Sawyer is lined down the left field side over the flagpole and foul. And remains an 0-2 count to Mac Moyer. Taking a quick look at the scoreboard around the league, Cowlitz jumping out to an early lead over Port Angeles, 10-0 partway through that game. Here's the 0-2 to Moyer. It's by the feet, ball 1. Turns away from it. So Cowlitz in the Southern Division, they're in 5th place. They're the team on the outside looking in. Top 4 teams all have a winning record, and Cowlitz just below 500. But they're beating Port Angeles 10-0. There's a fastball, again hit foul down the left field side. And Mac Moyer keeps on fighting off pitches. The 5th foul ball of this at-bat. 8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming from Sawyer Parkin. Could get a 1-2-3 inning, but it won't be an easy one. Trying to get Mac Moyer out. 1-2 pitch is inside. He'll have to get at least 9 pitches to retire Mac Moyer. And for having allowed just 2 hits so far, his pitch count is relatively high. He has thrown 66 pitches thus far. Trying to complete the 5th inning here. Sawyer Parkin working with Tyler Howard, the battery. He comes set. The 2-2 pitch swung on. Blooper toward short. Welker jumps. It's over his head. And a base hit. A 2-out single into left field for Mac Moyer. He's 2 for 2 on the day. And he gets a 9-pitch at bat for a single. And the top of the order is coming up. Nobody throwing yet in the Ridgefield bullpen. But Sawyer Parkin coming towards the end of the line. He could still at least finish this inning if not more. It's got 2 outs here in the 5th, and if he can complete 5 innings, that'd be a pretty darn good start for the rising sophomore. Got 1 more out to get to finish the 5th. Jalen Ray steps in, and the shortstop takes a ball outside. He's from Sydney, Australia, coming from down under to play at Central Arizona College, and won the JUCO National Championship this year, transferring to Charleston Southern. Runners going in the 1-0. It's a pitch outside. The tag is in time. Inning over. Tyler Howard guns him down. Mikey Kane applies the tag, and Mac Moyer is put away at second base on a caught stealing. Sawyer Parkin faces the minimum in the 5th inning. He has thrown 68 pitches and gotten through 5 innings with just 2 hits, make it 3 hits and 2 runs allowed. Tie ball game into the bottom of the 5th. 2-2 is the score.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Well, Austin Cavanis from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo will lead off for the Ridgefield Raptors here in the home half of the 5th inning. Halfway through this ball game, and if he keeps on going like this, we'll need extra innings. Tie score 2-2. Cavanis against Dylan O'Connor. The right-hander comes home to begin the 5th. And it misses for ball 1 to Austin Cavanis. A .280 hitter with 4 doubles. Went 2 for 4 in his most recent start Wednesday and is 1 for 1 today. Second pitch to him is on the outside for strike 1. Had an RBI double in the 6th inning on Wednesday against Bellingham. And had a single as well. Scored 2 runs in the series victory over the Bells. Game 2 of that series. A pitch low. It's 2-1 to Austin Cavanis. And then Latif Wakil pinch hit for him late when Ridgefield was winning big, and then he had a double and a single. As Cavanis lines one to center field, Reeder coming in, the center fielder on the jog, and he's able to get underneath it and make the catch. And Cavanis put away, so 1 out for the top of the order in a tie ball game. Jacob Sharp will come up, who has hit a ground ball to the left side, both at bats. He's 0 for 2. Leading the league in home runs with 9 of them. He's the first guy to get to 9 home runs since 2019. And I don't mean a Ridgefield Raptor, I mean any West Coast League player. Nobody had gotten to 9 home runs in a season, and we're barely into the second half. Takes a pitch down and away. Still got 7 more series, including this one, series opener here. So 21 more games on the year. And he's already 9 home runs. And he even missed a few games. If you count like home runs per at-bat, he's first in the league. Hits a home run more than 1 time every 9 at-bats. Checks his swing on the 1-0. Did not go around. 1 out, nobody on, tie score. 1 home run every 8.7 at-bats. That's crazy. I mean, if you have a lineup full of those guys, every time through the lineup, at least 1 guy would hit a home run. Here's a foul tip. It's 2-1. So he's got 9 dingers. Last year, Will Chambers led the league as a Ridgefield Raptor. He had 8 on the season. That was most around the West Coast League. Sharp already has 9. The 2-1 is outside, 3-1. It's a wood bat league, and so you need a lot of power to hit it out, but Sharp has plenty of juice. And he knows where to leave the yard here at the Rourke. 3-1 pitch is above the belt, ball 4. And Jacob Sharp draws a walk on the 3-1 offering, and now it's Travis Welker with 1 out and 1 on. 2-2 tie, bottom of the fifth. Welker, who had a great day yesterday, 3 for 4 with 3 very different singles. One up the middle, one to right field, and one bunt single. Bunt right back in front of the plate and got to first. Also had an RBI, 2 runs scored, and drew a walk. First pitch to Welker, swung on into right field. It'll land in front of Thomas and a base hit. Jacob Sharp thinks about going to third. Thomas will now throw to third, cut off, and Sharp into third base as Isaiah Thomas could not field it cleanly. And so Jacob Sharp into third. Will be single plus E9. Is that your ruling, Cage? Or just single go first to third? I'll leave it up to you. It looked like Sharp had stopped at second, and he wasn't going to go to third until Thomas bobbled it. So I would probably give E9 there, unless you saw differently. But if you didn't see with the poll, I think he has to give E9 there, in my opinion. So single plus an error, and that advances Sharp to third. Now Mikey Kane rips the first pitch. That's into the gap. It'll score Sharp. Travis Welker around second. He stumbles but gets back. It's an RBI single for Mikey Kane, and the Raptors retake the lead. It's 3-2. Mikey Kane takes the first pitch and collects his 24th RBI of the year. A single into left field to score the go-ahead run. Travis Welker into second base. And Jacob Sharp scores 3 runs to 2. The lead now back in the hands of Ridgefield. Trent Prokes to the plate. And it's down for ball 1. So now after a leadoff flyout, there's 1 out, nobody on. And the next 3 guys reach. And now the batting average leader is Trent Prokes on the team and second in the league. The 1-0 to Prokes. He is swung on. High chopper over the mound. Fielded by Antonsen. Flips to the shortstop. Ray throws to first. Not in time. Had a chance at a double play, but a little miscommunication as Antonsen could have stepped on the bag himself or flipped quickly, and then Ray didn't really get it cleanly. And so instead of an inning-ending double play, it's just a fielder's choice. And Prokes gets to first base. Mikey Kane to put out at second, and Travis Welker to third. And now Safea Mawai has a chance for a run batted in. The 1-run lead for the Raptors. 6 hits on the game to Springfield's 3. With 2 down, Mawai at the plate. First pitch to him is in the dirt, and it's going to advance Prokes to second. Travis Welker stays at third. A wild pitch to put Prokes at second base. And now 2 runners in scoring position for Safea Mawai. As an RBI single in the first inning. A fielder's choice in the third. He's 1 for 2. Yesterday went 2 for 4 with a double. Can he again get multiple hits? The 1-0 is on the outside. Had that double yesterday in the first inning with 2 outs. And then Ridgefield did not score again until the 5th inning. So it was a critical at-bat because Ridgefield needed that run support after not adding any more later. The 1-1 pitch is also on the outside, 1-2. Riley McCarthy on deck. Mawai at the plate. Prokes at second. And Travis Welker at third. Here's the 1-2 to Mawai. Swings and misses. And the inning is over. Well, Ridgefield does get the lead. 1 run on 2 hits, 2 left in scoring position. But Ridgefield reclaims the advantage. It's 3-2 through 5 complete innings from the Rourke.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A&A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A&A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A&A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A&A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com. A .380 batting average is like using Dawn as your mortgage lender. She has over 30 years rounding the bases to a new home and loves helping families build their dreams. Know anyone buying their first home? Would you like to make a cash offer on your next purchase? Evergreen Home Loans can help with several loan options. Call Dawn today to get started, 360-608-7438. Again, that's 360-608-7438. She would love to send you home. Go Raptors!
Sawyer Parkin trying to double his innings here. On the entire season, he'd gone 6 1/3 innings. He's trying to go 6 innings today, and he's coming off his easily longest performance. He'd gone 4 innings in a start against Yakima Valley in his 4th appearance. And now in his 2nd start and 5th appearance, he has gone 5 innings so far, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs. He does have a lead right now. Ridgefield ahead 3-2. Sawyer Parkin facing the top of the order for the Drifters. And Jalen Ray takes his strike. He was at the plate when Mac Moyer was caught stealing to end the prior inning. And so Jalen Ray gets a clear count to begin this frame. Now it's sullied by the 0-1 pitch. And now an 0-2 count from Sawyer Parkin. Gets ahead of Jalen Ray. Parkin's been effective, mixing speeds and getting ground balls and pop outs. There's a grounder foul, 0-2. Did allow back-to-back base hits to start the 3rd inning, allowed 2 runs. But other than that, he has faced the minimum in 3 different innings and would have in the 2nd if not for an error. He's allowed just the 3 hits today. The 0-2 from Parkin is swung on, hit to center field, not too deep. Cavan is coming in. He'll have to make a diving attempt that gets past him. He is able to come up with it off the bounce and keep Jalen Ray at first base. It'll be a single to center field. And Jalen Ray reaches to lead off the 6th inning. Trevor Antonsen, the batter. As Cavan has had a shot at it, couldn't quite come up with it. And now a runner on for the Drifters, tying run at first base for Springfield. Antonsen, a .211 hitter on the year, right-handed batter. Swings and a high fly ball to left field. Jacob Sharp going back. Looks like he has a play on it near the warning track. He makes the catch. The wind not helping out. It's blowing softly to right field. That one gets to pretty deep left, but a fly out to left field. And there's one down with one on for the Drifters. Well, a little recap of Springfield's season so far. Their first ever year in West Coast League play, or first year at all for Springfield baseball. They won their debut game a month and a half ago, 4-2. Final score at Bellingham. First ever contest. First pitch is a strike to Jordan Justice, who has flown out twice today. 1 out, 1 on. Bellingham was on the road for their first ever series, so their home opener was 3 days later. They did lose that game to Cowlitz. 1 pitch is high, ball 1. So then they won the 2nd game at Hamlin Complex. In the 3rd series of the year, they finally won their first series at home against Bend. They have won 4 of the 12 series so far. High fly ball to right field. Long run for Prokes to run laterally to the foul line, and he can't get there. It lands a foul ball down the right field side, just barely in play, and then hops over the fence onto the grassy berm down the right field side. And a foul ball off the bat of Jordan Justice. Will be 1 out and a runner on first here in the 6th inning. One of those 4 series wins for Springfield was against Corvallis. Took 2 out of 3 against the Knights. Or they, similar to Ridgefield and Corvallis, they do a home-away-home, kind of split the series where both teams get a home game. Ground ball to third. Espinoza goes down to his knees to make the catch. Throws to second, and Mikey Kane digs it out from the turf. Espinoza doing a good job to glove, and Mikey Kane doing the same thing, essentially at second base, fielding a ball in the turf. And they get a fielder's choice out of it. Jordan Justice reaches. Jalen Ray put out at second base on the 5-4 fielder's choice. And now with 2 down, Cade Christ will be the batter. Top of the 6th inning. Runner at first base. And a fastball just inside for ball 1. Nobody throwing in the Ridgefield bullpen right now. Sawyer Parkin will make his 80th pitch here on the day. On the 1-0, it is taken high, ball 2. Parkin allowing just 4 hits. And only 1 extra base hit. Has a lead right now, 3-2. Outfield playing straight up. Right fielder a little bit deep, Trent Prokes. Here's the 2-0. It's high and tight, ball 3. After a leadoff single by Jalen Ray. But nobody's advanced to scoring position yet this inning for the Drifters. They haven't had a guy in scoring position since the 3rd inning, and that's going to change here. 3-0 pitch misses, ball 4, and Cade Christ draws a walk. And now there is some activity in the Ridgefield bullpen. With runners on first and second for the Raptors. Andy Evans is out there stretching. Looks like Tyler Tilton, maybe Michael Lozano getting warm. I think Tyler Tilton is the one who might be coming in here, a mound visit, and Chris Cota out on the bump to chat with his starters, Sawyer Parkin, and it looks like they are going to make a change here. And Tyler Tilton will come in, right-hander out of Chaffey College. And he'll come in to replace Sawyer Parkin with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Well, Sawyer makes his longest appearance on the year. He almost completes 6 innings, and he will exit with a lead. Great start today for Sawyer Parkin. The Vancouver kid delivers a quality start for the Ridgefield Raptors. And it's up to Tyler Tilton to get out of this 6th inning with runners in first and second. And that's the crazy thing about the start here. Parkin is the pitcher of record right now with Ridgefield holding a lead, and he did go more than 5 innings in the start. He could get the win. He could also get a no decision. He also could get the loss. He is responsible for runners in first and second if they both score, and Springfield goes up by a run, and then if they hold on to that lead the rest of the game, then Sawyer Parkin would be the losing pitcher, or he could be the winning pitcher, and none of that is in his control. It's just runners in first and second, 2 outs, and he could win, lose, or do neither today. And it comes down to Tyler Tilton and company. He'll be facing Ryan Fowler to continue the 6th inning with runners in first and second in a 1-run ball game. Hey fans, want to let you know that Les Schwab Tires is proud to sponsor the Ridgefield Raptors. When you need tires, wheels, and safety services, Les Schwab is here for you. Visit leschwab.com or stop in your local Southwest Washington store. Oh, thanks to Les Schwab. So Tyler Tilton comes in, right-hander from Southern California. His 9th appearance on the year. From Redlands, played at Chaffey College most recently. Has a 4.5 ERA in 8 innings, 10 strikeouts, 9 walks, 4 hits. Been pretty effective avoiding hits, just an opponent average of 154. Just the walks that have been harder. Has walked at least 1 the last 4 appearances, but has not allowed an earned run since June 10th. His last 5 games, he has not allowed a run, earned or unearned, and just 1 hit in that span. He actually was the winning pitcher a week ago at Yakima Valley when Ridgefield won 11-3. He went 2 scoreless innings and collected the win. He's 2-1. So Tilton on the mound, the knuckleballer, fastball, curveball, knuckle, although lately has not been throwing the knuckleball very often. Top of the 6th inning, 2 down. Tilton looking back at second base, throws the fastball at 85. Just misses ball 1. In those 2 innings against Yakima Valley a week ago, he did not throw the knuckleball a single time. He has the ability to toss it in there pretty well when it's feeling right, but he just hasn't quite gotten the feel for it recently. Been going mainly fastball curve. Here's the 1-0 heater, and it's high, ball 2 to Ryan Fowler, who has a pop out and a ground out today, both on the first pitch against Sawyer Parkin, but now more patient against Tyler Tilton. And he's ahead 2-0. The next pitch to Fowler. Now he swings and does not get a piece. It's 2-1 from Tyler Tilton. Tyler, who spent 2 years at Chaffey College after graduating in 2019 from Redlands East Valley High School. 2-1 pitch is hit hard to right field. Trent Prokes is running over. He's not going to get there. It lands, and he makes the grab on a bounce. Now bobbles it, and they're going to score 1 run out of it. They hold the trail runner at third as Jordan Justice scores. Cade Chris to third. Tie ball game on a 2-out RBI double by Ryan Fowler. So it scores the run, and Sawyer Parkin will not be the winning pitcher today. He'll get a no decision, or if the runner from third here scores, Cade Christ, he could be the losing pitcher. But obviously a lot of baseball yet to be played here. Top of the 6th, tie score, go-ahead run at third, 2 in scoring position for Dane Frazier. Righty on righty matchup as Tilton tosses in the curveball that does not get the zone. 1-0 the count from Tyler Tilton. Dane Frazier, who has reached on an error and struck out today, is the second guy to face Tyler Tilton. 1-0 from Tyler from the wind, and the fastball just above the belt, ball 2. Frazier on a 5-game hit streak, alternating 1 hit and 2 hits in those 5 games. Got 1 hit in his most recent performance, so he's due for 2. The 2-0 pitch is taken, strike 1, from Missoula, Montana, and plays his college ball at Oklahoma Wesleyan in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. The 2-1 from Tyler Tilton is almost swung on. He holds off, and it's high for ball 3. First base is open. If they walk Frazier, Isaiah Thomas would come up. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Outfield playing pretty deep. Infield playing straight up. For the 3-1 from Tyler Tilton. Into the wind, and a fastball swung on and missed. Full count. Tie score. 2 in scoring position for the Drifters. They have not led today or ever against Ridgefield. This is, after all, the first game ever between these two teams. Top of the 6th, full count, 2 down. Tyler Tilton ready, comes home, and it's a foul ball off the mask of Howard. 2 Tylers in the battery here for Ridgefield. Tyler Howard, the catcher. Tyler Tilton, the pitcher. Dane Frazier, the hitter. 3-2 the count from Tilton. Dane Frazier steps back in for another payoff pitch. Can they take their first lead, or can Ridgefield escape with the score tied? Here in the 6th. A payoff from Tilton. Breaking ball misses, and the inning ain't over yet. It loads the bases. On a 3-2 pitch to make the sacks full, and Isaiah Thomas will come up as a line out to left field and a strikeout today. This 4th game in a Drifters uniform. Just joined the team. Transferring from Vanderbilt, coming out west to play for U of O in his home state. From Estacada, Oregon. Didn't play this spring for Vandy. Already announced his transfer well before that and finds a new home this year at U of O. Here's the first pitch to him with the bases loaded. Thinks about swinging, decides not to. It's a ball low, 1-0. So when he made his debut a few days ago on July 8th, a week ago, and then got a hit in the next game, was his first hit and first game, 376 days in a college-type performance. 1-0 pitch, swings and misses. Foul tip, in fact. And a 1-1 count from Tyler Tilton to Isaiah Thomas. Playing right field today. Came in 2 for 5 in his 1 series play. Now his 4th game play. The 1-1 is down in the dirt. Howard managed to keep it in front of him. Bases are loaded. 2 down. Tie score. Ridgefield has led on 2 different occasions today. They have given up that lead both times. Springfield already scoring 1 run to bring him back up even with the Raptors. The 2-1 pitch from Tyler Tilton. Fastball hit to left field. Jacob Sharp on the run. Gets underneath, and he makes the catch. Got a basket grab in straightaway left, and the damage is done. Not terribly bad. 1 run in. And Thomas flies out to leave the bases loaded. Tyler Tilton leaves the sack full. And it's a 3-3 ball game with 1 run coming in on 2 hits and no errors. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Can Ridgefield reclaim the lead again? Would be for the 3rd time if they could score a run here. 3-3 tie. Stay with us.
Ridgefield Main Street supports the Raptors and is dedicated to preserving the cultural heritage of downtown Ridgefield while advocating for its future. See you downtown and at ridgefieldmainstreet.com.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel and the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now, what are you waiting for? Apply today.
Ridgefield has won a lot of comeback games this year. Several times, 9 times this season. And their games have won by comeback, including a couple times against Bellingham, a couple times against Portland, once against Victoria. 2 times they've come back from a 5-run deficit. Today they don't want to make a comeback win. They just want to take a lead here and get back in front. 3-3 tie. Bottom of the 6th. Dylan O'Connor back to the mound to face Riley McCarthy. And the first pitch is a strike from O'Connor. The 0-1 to McCarthy drops in, breaking ball for strike 2. Ridgefield has not trailed today. And if they can take a lead here, put some distance, and win the game, they will have no complaints about not getting another comeback victory. They just want to get ahead, but they have not held on to the leads. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt. They scored 2 runs in the first, but then did not score in the next 3 innings, and Springfield came back to tie it up in the meantime. Then Ridgefield reclaimed the lead in the 5th, but gave up that lead the very next half inning. Springfield scored 1 to tie it up again, 3-3. Here's the 2-strike pitch to McCarthy. It's at the letters, ball 2. On deck is Tyler Howard. Riley McCarthy at the plate to lead off the home 6th. Outfield playing straight up. The 2-2. Breaking ball. He lifts it into left center. That'll land for a base hit. Moyer comes into field on a bounce and hold McCarthy to a single. But he leads off the 6th inning with a base hit, and he's reached 2 out of 3 times today. So a leadoff single for the Raptors. He also led off the 4th inning by reaching. He walked, but then a double play to cancel his run out, or cancel him running out, and so Ridgefield did not score in the 4th inning. Bottom of the 6th, and Tyler Howard takes high, ball 1. Ridgefield has scored runs in 2 different innings. They're the 2 innings that they did not get the leadoff man aboard. And yet they scored 3 runs out of those couple innings. The 1-0 to Howard taken for a strike. Back in the 1st inning, Jacob Sharp grounded out. And the league leader in slugging percentage was put away, but Ridgefield then scored 2 runs later in the inning. And then in the 5th, first guy flew out, but Ridgefield got a walk, a single, another single. Here's Tyler Howard hitting to center field. Cannon Reeder in on a hurry. He's going to throw back to first and double up Riley McCarthy. It's an 8-3 double play. McCarthy maybe thought that one would drop and didn't read that one well, and back-to-back times where McCarthy reaches but then is doubled off. First time on a 6-4-3 double play, this time more of a base-running blunder. And an 8-3 double play, 2 down, nobody on. Steven Espinoza, the batter, with 2 down, nobody on the base paths. And he swings at the first pitch and fouls it back down to a knee. 0-1 the count to Espinoza, who was put out in the 2nd inning on a batter's interference on a runner stealing, and according to the home plate umpire Dennis Shepro, he interfered with the catcher and therefore was put out. And in the 4th inning, he hit a high fly ball to the wall and a running catch by Isaiah Thomas. So he's technically 0 for 2. Now a ball gets away. 1-1 the count to Steven Espinoza. Here comes O'Connor with the pitch. It's fouled back, and 1-2 the count to Steven. On deck is Austin Cavanis, bottom of the order here for Ridgefield in the home half of the 6th inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on for the Raps. The pitch from O'Connor is high, ball 2. Ridgefield scored 1 run in the 5th. They have hit really well in the 5th innings in this homestand. Against Bellingham, they scored each time when it was the 5th inning, and they do that again here today. The next pitch to Espinoza's fouled back, 2-2 the count. They had scored 5 runs in the 5th inning on Tuesday, 5 runs in the 5th inning on Wednesday, and a paltry 1 run in the 5th inning yesterday, and the same thing today. So they've scored 12 runs just in the 5th innings this week. Espinoza fights one off, back up the middle, through the box and into center field. And a 2-out base hit for Steven Espinoza. They'll bring up Austin Cavanis as the Raptors try to start a 2-out rally. Tie score, 8th hit of the day for Ridgefield, have out-hit the Drifters 8-5. And have committed 2 fewer errors, and yet the score is tied. Cavanis comes up, he's 1 for 2. Hit both balls to center field, 1 for a single and 1 caught. .280 batting average on the year. With 2 down, the pitch to Cavanis is swung on. Fouled back into the netting and almost hits the umpire, Shepro, on the carom. Cavanis has had some clutch games. He had back-to-back 3-hit games against Corvallis. First 2 games of that series. Corvallis had beaten Ridgefield every game up to that point in team history. Ridgefield got their first ever victories against Corvallis, and in both games, Cavanis had 3 hits. He's at the plate now looking for his 2nd hit of the day. 0-1 breaking ball. He chops it over the mound. Jalen Rayfields, the shortstop, whirls to first and just does get Cavanis. And the inning is over. A 2-out base hit for Steven Espinoza. But that's all that Ridgefield gets here in the 6th. It is still a 3-3 ball game into the 7th inning. Tyler Tilton back out to try to keep this score tied. Stay with us.
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
Ridgefield Main Street is working to keep our small town charm intact while enhancing the economic opportunities for businesses located in our downtown. Follow Pioneer Street West to experience the heart of Ridgefield. Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
Through 6 innings from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex, the Springfield Drifters 3 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors, and the Ridgefield Raptors 3 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. Tyler Tilton back to the mound to open the 7th inning and tosses a curveball way high to Cannon Reeder, leading off here in the 7th for the Springfield Drifters. He's 1 for 2, scored the first run of the game for Springfield. He and Mac Moyer go back-to-back in the order. They tied the game back in the 3rd inning. A called strike, it's 1-1. They got the first 2 hits off of Sawyer Parkin. Both scored, tied it up at 2-2. And each team has scored 1 run since then. Tilton back to the line for the 1-1 pitch. Fastball at the knees, strike 2. So Reeder leads off, Moyer next, and then top of the order, Jalen Ray would follow. For the Springfield Drifters here, first ever series at this ballpark. The 1-2 from Tilton, little pause, a curveball fouled back. Trying to mess with Cannon Reeder a little bit. Ridgefield is playing its 12th series of the year. They have won 8 of the 11 series so far, including 6 of the last 7. It's on a pretty good streak right now, trying to continue that against a team 8 games below 500. The 1-2 pitch to Cannon Reeder, swings, foul tip, then Howard holds on. A strikeout for Tyler Tilton. And he begins the 7th inning in strong fashion, his 11th punch out of the season. Working his 9th inning here, and Mac Moyer the batter. In the 7th, Tyler Tilton coming in with 8 innings, 10 strikeouts. ERA of 4.5. Now trying to keep it going in the 7th. Mac Moyer fouls it back to the netting. Play for Mark Wasikowski and the Oregon Ducks next year. Hitting .225 so far this summer. And a solid 2-for-2 day today, including an RBI double in the 3rd inning and a single in the 5th. Here's the 0-1 to Moyer. It is outside, ball 1. Springfield scored 1 run last inning in the 6th. Charged to Sawyer Parkin. That tied the game. Now Tilton, the first guy out of the bullpen. His 1-1 is high. 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. So the final line for Sawyer Parkin, the Vancouver kid from Columbia River High School, goes 5 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. The 2-1 curveball doesn't quite nick the zone, perhaps just a bit outside and top of the zone area. 3-1, however, from Tyler Tilton to the 9-hole hitter, Mac Moyer. Only guy with multiple hits on the day, and now he's going to reach all 3 times so far. He walks on a pitch outside, and a 5-pitch base on balls turns the lineup over, and Jalen Ray comes up with 1 away and a runner on first. Go-ahead run on the base paths for Springfield. They left the bases loaded last inning. They had scored 1 run earlier, but then left them juiced. Would have had the go-ahead run. Stranded there at 3rd. With 1 out, Tyler Tilton from the stretch. Curveball, that is called a strike. 0-1 from Tyler. Jalen Ray's 1 for 3 on the day. A line out back to the pitcher, a pop out, and a single to center field. Hitting .367 on the summers. Jalen Ray swings at a pitch upstairs and fouls it back. It's 0-2 to Jalen Ray. The fans feed through the bases with Don Bell on your team with over 30 years of experience. Don will help you get your family get home. Don working with Evergreen Home Loans. Proud sponsor of the Raptors. Middle infield and double play combo for Ridgefield. The 0-2 pitch tails away. Ball 1 from Tyler Tilton. Top of the order here against the Drifters. Tomorrow in Game 2, Ben Hart will take them out against Trevor Barth for the Drifters. Ben Hart from Utah Tech gets the start tomorrow for Ridgefield. 1-2 pitch is just off the plate. Ball 2. Nearly had his second strikeout of the inning, but Jalen Ray is not done yet. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out and a runner on first. Tilton looking in to his batter mate, Tyler Howard. Comes set with his hands belt high. Looks down, comes home. 2-2 curveball hit back to him off his glove. Fielded by Kane. He throws to second and gets the out for the lead runner just barely. I was scared that Mikey Kane wouldn't get the out there at second and everybody would have been safe, but the risky move pays off. And Jalen Ray reaches first on a fielder's choice. Puts out Mac Moyer at second base. And Trevor Antonsen, the batter, keeps the tying run away from scoring position. Runner on first, 2 down, away half of the 7th. Antonsen rips the first pitch to deep center field. Cavanis on his horse back to the warning track, and he makes the catch up against the wall. 360 to dead center, and the park just held it barely. Cavanis makes the grab And Tyler Tilton throws a scoreless 7th inning. 1 walk, 1 left on, no hits, and no runs for the Springfield Drifters in the 7th. Time to stretch from the Rourke. Bottom of the 7th coming up in a tie score, 3-3.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
At Eden Health, our commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance of caring for others, and we consider it a privilege. We are committed to addressing our patients' specific needs, providing hands-on care and services, helping families through tough situations, and supporting our fellow employees. We listen, build relationships, and go above and beyond to create meaningful experiences throughout our continuum of care. Whether you find yourself a patient to any of the Eden Health services lines or you become part of our team, you will notice the Eden Health difference.
Top of the order coming up for the Ridgefield Raptors in the home 7th. Jacob Sharp, Travis Welker, Mikey Kane, the murderer's row for Ridgefield in a tie ball game. To open up bottom of the 7th inning, 3-3 tie in the series opener against the Springfield Drifters. And the first pitch to Jacob Sharp from Dylan O'Connor is high for a ball. Dylan with a 5.5 ERA. He has gone a couple innings so far, 3 in fact, allowing just 1 run. And facing Jacob Sharp for the second time. Walked him back in the 5th. Sharp takes the second pitch for a strike, 1-1. Jacob walked on 5 pitches and scored in the 5th inning. Was the go-ahead run. But then that lead was canceled out the very next half inning. Tie score, 1-1 pitch is outside. Ball 2 to Jacob Sharp from Dylan O'Connor. So both teams have used 2 pitchers so far. I think Tyler Tilton is done for the day. It might be Andy Evans coming in, or maybe Tyler will stay in. Jacob Sharp tries to get a piece of the 2-1 pitch and swings and misses. 2-2 the count to Jacob Sharp. 2 ground outs plus the walk, so looking for his first hit, hitting .367 on the summer. 2-2 pitch is swung on, hit high to right field, tailing foul. And giving a good run for it is the right fielder Thomas. He runs out of room. A foul ball. Had close to home run distance on it. In fact, if it was straight, it might have gotten out. It landed near that outfield wall. And maybe did travel home run distance, but foul. And it's still 2-2 to Jacob Sharp. Leadoff man here in the 7th. Tie score. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Dylan O'Connor. Breaking ball way up. Ball 3, 3-2. Big pitch here. Go-ahead run could reach. Or you could get the hottest hitter in the league out here. The payoff pitch to Jacob Sharp. Swung on and popped up. In play, right field side, shallow. And the second baseman coming over, and Tonson gloves it and puts out Jacob Sharp. So 1 out here in the 7th. Travis Welker, the batter. Ridgefield tied for first in the league in runs per game. Clocking in at a healthy 7.5 runs per contest. First in the league in home runs. Their next one will be their 30th. And the only team in the league with an on-base percentage over 400. 408 is the numbers. Welker's trying to bunt on the first baseline. Fielded by Christ. He tries to get to the bag and just does beat out Travis Welker. Trying to drag bunt here, and a pretty good bunt. Just a little too far up the line. And Christ able to glove and step on the bag. An unassisted put out. And there's 2 outs here in the 7th. Mikey Kane will come up. 1 for 3 today. Now the go-ahead RBI to score Jacob Sharp in the 5th before Springfield scored the next inning. So big run for Kane to get in there, or else Ridgefield would be down by a run. With 2 outs, the first pitch to him is a called strike, 0-1. Mikey Kane got the day off yesterday. Wasn't because he was hitting poorly. In fact, he had 2 hits the game prior and 2 hits the game before that. But just needed some rest now. A little more fresh. And takes a ball low. It's 1-1. Already has 1 base hit today. Also had an RBI and a run scored against Bellingham in the 2 games he played. Hitting .294 now in the summer with 9 doubles and 2 home runs. The 1-1 pitch is scooped foul. And a 1-2 count on Mikey Kane. Dylan O'Connor trying to go 1-2-3 here in his 4th inning of work. And the 7th inning of the ball game. 3-3 tie. Infield playing straight up. Shortstop Ray a little bit towards the third baseline. 1-2 the count to Mikey Kane. Swings, ground ball right towards Jalen Ray. Backhands, throws to first, not in time. And Mikey Kane beats it out on an infield single. Jalen Ray was positioned well. He was playing towards the 6 hole. And Mikey Kane hits it that way. Would have gotten through the hole if not for Jalen Ray's positioning. And yet, even with that, his throw not in time to get Mikey Kane. 2 for 4 in the day is Mikey. And now Trent Prokes coming up. Last inning, Ridgefield had a 2-out single, but did not get anything more. Next guy grounded out. Can they do something better here this inning? It's up to Trent Prokes. First pitch strike. 2-out single for Mikey Kane. He's looking into the sun at first base, which is still about 20 minutes away from setting here in Ridgefield. So the next 20 minutes will be tough for the right fielder and any first baseman, especially when he's holding the runner on. Looking towards the pitcher, and a ball coming his way could be tough to see. Shadows covering most of the infield. Next pitch to Prokes is fouled off the glove of Fowler. And an 0-2 count to Trent Prokes. He's 1 for 3 today to lower his batting average. .406 average on the year, helped out by getting 10 hits in the Bellingham series. Just crazy how well he's been hitting of late and all summer. 0-2 pitch, he checks his swing. And now Mikey Kane's going in the bobble, and Kane is tagged out. No, the ball came out of the glove, and Kane is safe. Now a runner in scoring position as Mikey Kane, a late break. I don't know if he thought that ball got further away from Fowler. And now they're going to appeal on the swing, and the umpires are going to talk. There's 2 things going on. The catcher, Fowler, wanted to ask if Prokes swung, which would cancel all that action out and be a strikeout. I don't think Prokes did, but I don't blame Fowler for asking. And then on the pitch that got in front of Fowler and he blocked it, Mikey Kane maybe looking into the sun. I'm not sure why he thought it was farther away, but he broke for second, was tagged out, but the ball came out of the glove of Antonsen, and so Kane safe at second. So Prokes to the runner in scoring position, 2 outs, 2 strikes. The next pitch is taken low. 2-2 is the count. Does go down as a wild pitch, I believe, whereas I'll give him a stolen base. Now Prokes at the plate. 2-2 pitch, reaches out in front and misses strike 3. So none of it really matters for Springfield, which gets out of it. 1 hit and 1 left on, no runs for Ridgefield here in the 7th. We head to the 8th and a good ball game. First ever contest between these 2 teams, and it's been a tight one. 3-3 is the score.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh-cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
Well, a close game down the home stretch in the series opener between the Ridgefield Raptors and the Springfield Drifters. Didn't we get a lot of close games last series against Bellingham? Yesterday was the closest of the bunch, and Ridgefield won that game 7-3 after 2 blowout victories to open up the series. This one definitely close. Tie ball game, 3-3, and it's up to the bullpen to hold on to this close score, keep it tied. It's the right-hander from Spokane Falls Community College headed to Montana State Billings. Andy Evans comes in here in the 8th. The 20-year-old from Meridian, Idaho, is making his 7th appearance on the year, ERA of 4.5. Did make 1 appearance against Bellingham. Didn't allow a run, but just faced 2 batters, and now starts out a clean inning in the 8th. Tie score, and it's Jordan Justice to lead off for the Drifters. First pitch from the right-hander is up, ball 1 from Andy Evans. Andy works with a 4-seam fastball, has a slider, also throws a changeup, but his slider is his strikeout pitch and throws the 4-seam also pretty often. Tosses that fastball fouled back. Sits high 80s. Touched 91 in Yakima, which he said is his first time ever getting above 90, but usually he's 86 to 89 typically. There's the 1-1 pitch from Andy Evans. And the off-speed pitch popped up. Might stay in play. Mawai giving chase and runs out of real estate. And a foul ball. Makes a 1-2 to Jordan Justice. 2 flyouts and a fielder's choice. He has scored a run today. Played for Everett Community College this spring and committed recently to Lewis Clark State, the NAIA level, Lewiston, Idaho. 1-2 pitch is outside and a touch high. Got up to 90 miles an hour on the gun from Andy Evans, but misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff man. Andy Evans comes back with a slider, swung on and missed. Evans starts out the 8th inning with a punch out. And that is the 4th strikeout of the season for Andy Evans. Cade Christ, the batter. Another right-hand hitter for the Drifters. Their head coach, by the way, Tommy Richards, who also is the skipper for Bushnell University. The slider's outside for a ball to Christ. High score, top of the 8th. Bushnell just started their baseball program, as did Springfield. They play at the same complex at Hamlin, down in Eugene area, in Springfield. A grounder foul. It's 1-1 to Cade Christ. And so good partnership between Bushnell and Springfield to bring some more baseball into the Lane County area. Of course, the Oregon Ducks also playing not too far away at PK Park. The 1-1 from Andy Evans, kicks and misses a little bit up and in. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Outfield playing pretty deep with the wind not doing too much, but still, this ballpark quite hitter-friendly. No home runs yet today for either team. 2-1 pitch, fastball, some chin music, ball 3. Seen some fly balls to the track today, but the outfielders have made the play at the wall. Couple plays for each team up near the fence. 3-1 from Evans is a high fly ball to left field into the jet stream, but not deep. Gonna be tough just to see that one. Jacob Sharp coming over, and he makes the catch. That one was not easy, even though he was able to get underneath it, but just so high up in the air and hung up there for about 90 seconds that Cade Christ is put away. 2 down in the 8th. So Andy Evans retires the first 2 guys he encounters. And now Ryan Fowler, the batter. Tyler Tilton came in the 6th, first guy out of the bullpen. 1 run came in that was charged to Sawyer Parkin, but Tilton did not give up a run. And Andy Evans trying to go 1-2-3. And gets a strike to start out Ryan Fowler's at-bat. Fowler was the first guy to face Andy Evans. He had the RBI double to score a runner that was inherited by Tilton. The 0-1 from Evans is hit into shallow left center field, playable for Travis Welker, and the shortstop underneath. Can of corn puts it away. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Andy Evans, and the bullpen has been pretty good today for the Ridgefield Raptors. No runs for the Drifters in the last couple of innings. We head on to the bottom of the 8th. Can Ridgefield finally catch fire here and break this 3-3 tie? We'll find out after this.
At Eden Health, our commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance of caring for others, and we consider it a privilege. We are committed to addressing our patients' specific needs, providing hands-on care and services, helping families through tough situations, and supporting our fellow employees. We listen, build relationships, and go above and beyond to create meaningful experiences throughout our continuum of care. Whether you find yourself a patient to any of the Eden Health services lines or you become part of our team, you will notice the Eden Health difference.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Bottom of the 8th inning we go on a gorgeous night in Southwest Washington. The sun setting behind us and Ridgefield trying to take a lead in front of us. Bottom of the 8th, 3-3 tie. It's Safea Mawai, Riley McCarthy, Tyler Howard, the scheduled hitters for Ridgefield. Out hitting Springfield today 9-5, but a tie score. Dylan O'Connor back to the bump for the Drifters. First pitch lined into left field, and Safea Mawai has himself a single on the first pitch of the home 8th. Going opposite way over the third baseman's head. And Mawai gets his second hit of the ball game. It's a good start for the 8th inning. And Riley McCarthy comes up next. Nobody throwing in the Drifters bullpen, but one guy starting to stretch out there out in right field. As Riley McCarthy's now bunting, places one on the right side, first baseline, and rolls foul. As McCarthy trying to advance the go-ahead run to second base, but is unable to place it down in fair territory. Just barely foul on the first base side. Eli Holbert is out in the bullpen for Bellingham, getting loose, but not yet throwing, just starting to stretch out. So Dylan O'Connor's leash is a little bit shorter than it was, but he'll certainly face at least one or two more batters here. It's McCarthy again showing bunt. This time pulls back. It's a called strike, and now he's down 0-2. So no sack bunt on this at-bat for Riley McCarthy, save for an unexpected two-strike attempt, but probably will be swinging away here. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the 8th, tie score. O'Connor deals just below the zone, maybe a touch outside, 1-2. McCarthy 1 for 2 on the day. Hasn't scored a single, a walk. Didn't get to second base either time. Now trying to get Safea Mawai to second. Steps out with a piece of dirt in his eye. He's been hitting well of late. Last 3 series has 8 hits coming in. That's a .364 batting average, 8 for 22, which is good. It's just not even that much better than the whole year. He's hitting .339 in the whole summer. Now the two-strike pitch grounds it right towards the second baseman and off the chest of Antonsen into right field. Could have been a double play ball, and instead it's 2 runners on, nobody out. Riley McCarthy, a hard line drive or a ground ball right towards Antonsen, and a tough hop. It eats him up, and it goes into right field. And so runners in first and second as Riley McCarthy in safely, and Mawai into scoring position. Are we going E4 on that or hit? What do you think, Age? Hit? Hit pretty hard. Okay. We'll go base hit for Riley McCarthy. Bottom of the 8th, and now trying to bunt. Tyler Howard can't get it down. So it worked out for Riley McCarthy trying to sack bunt. He ultimately reaches on a single. Now Tyler Howard trying to do what McCarthy couldn't, and he also fouls off the first bunt just like McCarthy did. They are both college teammates after all, or they will be at Portland, but now trying to bunt on the second pitch. This one he again taps and behind home plate, dribbles foul. And so 2 guys in a row unable to get the bunt down. Might still work out like it did for McCarthy, but no sac bunt here in the 8th. Runner in scoring position representing the go-ahead run. Bottom of the 8th, 3-3 tie. Tyler Howard looking for his first RBI as a Raptor, but he's behind 0-2. O'Connor to the plate, fouled away, this time swinging. Steven Espinoza is on deck. 2 on for the Raptors, nobody out. Springfield just starting to get a reliever starting to throw, but they don't seem in too fast of a hurry. Dylan O'Connor looking back at second. The 0-2 breaking ball is above the zone, ball 1. Outfield playing not too deep here. Expecting if a base hits in front of them, the closer in they are, a better chance they have throwing out a runner at home if they do wave around Mawai from second. There's the 2-strike pitch. That's in the dirt. And ball 2, 2-2. So after Riley McCarthy tries to bunt a couple times, then he singles. Then Tyler Howard tries to bunt a couple of times, can't get it down. Then takes 2 pitches outside of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, 2 on. Dylan O'Connor from the stretch and a high fly ball to right field. Not deep, might tail foul. Going over is the right fielder, and Thomas is able to make the catch. Safea Mawai trying to tag, and he will get in safely. So Safea Mawai on a foul out gets 90 feet, and there's 1 out, runner at third. Staying at first is Riley McCarthy, but Mawai gets ahead as Tyler Howard fouls out to the right fielder. And Safea Mawai with some risky base running, but he gets in. Runners on the corners for Steven Espinoza, 1 out. Austin Cavanis is on deck. Steven Espinoza, who singled with 2 outs in his most recent at-bat. There was nobody on base at the time, and then the inning ended shortly thereafter, so a relatively inconsequential base hit. Now he's looking for a more clutch one. He swings and fouls it back, 0-1. Espinoza also fouled out to the fence in right field in the 4th inning. It's 1 for 3 on the day. 2 aboard, 1 out. Tie score here in the 8th. No balls and 1 strike from O'Connor. Next pitch, breaking ball. Gets Espinoza to flail over it. And Espinoza is now in an 0-2 hole. Looks like Gary Hall is out in the bullpen warming up for Ridgefield. Will likely come in either next inning or whenever Andy Evans needs a breather. The 0-2 pitch to Espinoza is below the zone, ball 1. McCarthy thought about advancing to second. Had no chance to, but if he can, would be beneficial. As it stands, a double play ball would end the inning and prevent Mawai from scoring. So McCarthy would be well done to get to second if he can. 1-2 pitch, hit towards second. Antonsen dives, throws to second. The turn to first. Espinoza dives head first. He's in safely. A run scores. The Raptors are back in front on the infield RBI fielder's choice. And Espinoza goes headlong to prevent the double play. Antonsen did a good job to flip to second, but it was not an easy double play. And Safea Mawai scores. It's Ridgefield leading 4-3. RBI fielder's choice for Steven Espinoza. McCarthy's put out on the play, and now Cavan is trying to bunt, and for the 3rd time, a Ridgefield Raptor unsuccessfully bunting this inning. 2 guys sacrificing earlier and didn't get it down. And then Cavan is trying to bunt for a base hit and also fouls it down the third base side. The 2 guys who tried to bunt earlier, McCarthy singled and Howard flew out to right field, but it advanced Mawai to third, and then Mawai scored on that fielder's choice. So both guys actually advanced Mawai 90 feet, even though they didn't sacrifice him ahead. Cavan swings and misses. Mawai would not have scored if not for his advancement to third base on that fly ball down the right field side. He tends to take risks like that. He tried to go first to third on an infield single yesterday and was tagged out at third. Today it works out. Breaking ball with the runner going on the 0-2, swing and a miss. And strike 3. Inning over, but Ridgefield gets a run For the third time today, the Ridgefield Raptors take a lead. The question is, will this one hold? They get it in there, they hope, final at bat, and it looks like it's going to be Gary Hall coming in to try to collect the save after Ridgefield picks up 1 run on 2 hits in the bottom of the 8th. We head to the 9th inning. Ridgefield hoping to hold on to a 1-run lead, 3 outs to get to win the first ever game between the Raptors and the Springfield Drifters.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel in the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now what are you waiting for? Apply today.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Outs away from the Ridgefield Raptors extending the win streak here after the sweep against the Bellingham Bells, now in the series opener against the Springfield Drifters. Gary Hall comes in, pitching with a 1-run lead. He enters from the bullpen to make his 5th appearance on the year, his first save opportunity. He does not have a decision at all, win, loss, or save. He's gone 3 1/3 innings, allowed 3 earned runs in his first appearance. None since, but his ERA at 8.1. But his last 3 innings in 3 different appearances has each time gone a scoreless inning. And so he enters to face the Springfield Drifters' bottom half of the order. It's 6, 7, 8, Dane Frazier, Isaiah Thomas, and Cannon Reeder, who have combined for 1 hit and 1 walk today between those 3 guys. And so Frazier will step in to face Gary Hall. Top of the 9th, Ridgefield 4, Springfield 3. Ridgefield with 11 hits to Springfield's 5, and yet it's just a 1-run ball game. Gary Hall out of San Jose State University is prepared for his first save opportunity. The pride of Windsor, California, Windsor High School graduate. Spent 1 year so far with the Spartans. Now pitching for the Raptors. First pitch from Gary Hall is swung on and fouled back. And strike 1 on Dane Frazier. Gary Hall plays with Reese Hernandez at San Jose State. Reese, an outfielder, played for Ridgefield last summer. Also a high school teammate with Ben Hart, who is the starting pitcher tomorrow for the Raptors. The 0-1 from Gary Hall is a called strike on the slider. Good pitch by Gary Hall, 6 foot, 180-pounder. His 5th appearance on the year. 1-run lead in the 9th inning. Big opportunity for Gary. The 0-2 pitch here is outside, ball 1. He did pitch a scoreless inning 2 days ago against Bellingham, but it was rife with drama. Faced 6 batters in the inning, struck 2 of them out, and allowed 4 guys to reach. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, and he strikes out Dane Frazier. His 7th strikeout of the year, and a big one to begin the 9th inning. Isaiah Thomas will be the batter. And actually they're going to pinch hit for Isaiah. And instead of the incoming Oregon Duck, it's Caden Delosier who comes in to make his Springfield debut. His first at-bat as a Drifter. He's out of Canby, Oregon, and Lynn Benton Community College. Played in the West Coast League last year, if I remember correctly. His name on the Walla Walla roster, if I'm not mistaken. And now Delosier making his first appearance for the Springfield Drifters. Left-handed batter with 1 out in the 9th. First pitch is low, ball 1. Delosier 6'2", 210 pounds. 20-year-old facing Gary Hall. here in the 9th inning. The 1-0 pitch from Hall is again low, ball 2. Mentioned Gary's 1 inning against Bellingham. He allowed 4 guys to reach in the same inning and did not give up a run. 3 hits, 1 walk, no runs allowed. You almost never see that sort of line in 1 inning, but he got through it. The 2-0 pitch, a breaking ball for a strike. It's 2-1. The helper was that there was a single with 2 runners on, and the guy from second tried to score, and the right fielder, Jacob Sharp, gunned him down at the plate and an outfield assist. Here's the 2-1, swung on and missed as Delosier couldn't hold back. And now it's a 2-2 count. Gary Hall with 1 out already, 1 strike away from the second. 2-2 pitch from Gary Hall, swung on, fouled back. And good at bat by Delosier here to stay alive. Every drifter that comes to the plate represents the tying run. Base is empty, a 4-3 advantage for Ridgefield. Just got the lead last half inning. The 2-2 pitch from Gary Hall, breaking ball outside, full count. Last time Ridgefield took a lead, it was in the 5th inning. Springfield scored a run the very next half to come back to tie it. Again, Ridgefield takes a 1-run lead in the 8th. Can Springfield do the same thing here? Payoff pitch from Gary Hall. It is taken outside corner. Strike 3 called. 2 strikeouts back-to-back for Gary Hall to begin the 9th inning. 2 down, and Cannon Reeder represents the final chance for the Springfield Drifters. The 7th strikeout of the day are thanks to Taco Bell. 7 strikeouts means free tacos for everyone in attendance. Thanks to Taco Bell. Got that on the final out. Last couple of games, struck out the final guy. Jeter Sherman did that yesterday. Get it on the penultimate out here. Gary Hall's first pitch to Cannon Reeder is high for a ball. Cannon's 1 for 3 on the day. Scored the first run for the Drifters on an infield single. Later came around to score in the 3rd inning. Now in the 9th. Here's a 1-0 count from Gary Hall. Swings and does not get a piece of the fastball. It's 1-1. The 19-year-old Gary Hall looking for his first West Coast League save. And a genuine save, a 1-run, 3-out save if he can get it. The 1-1 pitch, Reeder takes, low and away. 2-1 the count from Gary Hall. Mac Moyer's on deck, who has reached all 3 times today. A double, a single, a walk. They don't want to allow him to come to the plate. Here's the 2-1 to Reeder. It's outside, ball 3. Brings it up to 93 miles an hour on that heater. 3-1 the count to Cannon Reeder. 2 outs in the 9th inning. The 3-1 pitch from Gary Hall is low, and the tying run is on base. And Mac Moyer comes up, who's had an excellent day today. A 5-pitch walk for Reeder. Moyer to the plate. Doubled in the 3rd for an RBI, later scored. Singled in the 5th, walked in the 7th, and now gets his biggest plate appearance in the 9th. Left-hand batter against right-hand pitcher, 2 down. Middle infielders move towards the bag, playing up the middle. The first pitch from Hall swung on, grounder towards second. Mikey Kane fields, throws to first. Ball game over. First ever game between the Ridgefield Raptors and the Springfield Drifters, and it was a good one. Springfield plays close, but Ridgefield pulls it out with the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 8th inning. Safea Mawai singles, some risky base running to get to 3rd, and he scores on a fielder's choice. Steven Espinoza diving into first to prevent the double play to end the inning, and that was the difference. Ridgefield holds on. Gary Hall gets the save in the 9th inning. Pitcher of record for Ridgefield is Andy Evans gets the win, and the Raptors pull it out. Final score, Ridgefield 4 and Springfield 3. Good start to the series and a well-played game. And we'll head to game 2 of this series as Ridgefield starts the homestand 4-0. 2 more games to come here at the Rourke this week. Well, for Ethan Reyes and everyone here in the Ridgefield press box and everyone with the organization, my thanks to everyone here for making these broadcasts possible. I'm Josh Warden. Been a pleasure to be with you on this Friday evening. Hope to talk to you again tomorrow on Saturday at 6:35 for Game 2 of this series. Until then, so long, everybody, and go Raptors.